An interesting problem that I was just thinking about is, this whole grinding in the dirt moment of most of us, right? When you're starting something, most of us are going to be in the dirt and they're going to be grinding at something. So this is the story that nobody ever talks about is that if you just look at simply the odds of, what become something, it is, and this is just universal for a variety of reasons, based on technology and sort of global system dynamics, I guess, is that there's often one person that does extraordinarily well, and so many people that try, and so many people that are in the dirt, that are just, plugging along and not really getting anywhere, or that feels like it. And you have to look at that sort of, the odds of this happening, right? It's easy. An easy illustration is simply just look at the education system, right? So everybody finishes kindergarten for the most part. There's probably not too many people that don't finish kindergarten. There's still some people that don't. But, that there is, most people finish kindergarten. A majority of people finish, grade school. And then high school, it's, not as many. And then on and on and on until you end up getting a PhD. And there's just not a lot of people that end up doing that, right? And so there's this kind of order, massive, so what is called selection effects or selection biases that happen. And that is just human nature. That's human life. That's part of, not just humans, it's part of like life. Because most things operate in this sort of selection process in the world, right? That's basically, that's what Charles Darwin said, in terms of these selection processes. So given that's the case, right, most of us, and it doesn't matter what stage we are, if we're sort of the, super famous person doing some really amazing things in a particular area, we're still not as famous enough because not everybody knows about us and other things, right? There's not that many people that will sort of be at that moment where everybody knows about you and you're sort of, world renowned, everything, like there's just not that many people. And so there's always these stages of sort of selection effects and things like that. So we're always in the grind. We're always sort of pushing, and yet we never really talk about that or emphasize that in terms of the story of what it feels like. And it's really fun to be at that particular stage, right? Because we're always at that stage. It doesn't matter how old we are or what we've done and where we're going. We're always at the stage where we're growing and developing. And you might think that there is this like pinnacle, outcome to get to, but that's not the case. We never end up getting there. And so the story that most of us should be focusing on and should be telling is the fact that we're here right now doing the grind and being okay with that particular grind and, just being part of it. And breaking through to different social structures, how do you do that? It's hard. I don't really know of a good way to do that. And there, the literature sort of talks about, various different aspects. But to me, I got to come back to sort of the basics of what this is. It just means like showing up, doing this stuff over and over and over again until the point that you actually become the establishment and everybody is like, oh, that, that person does those things, or the gatekeepers eventually. And this is the particular challenge that we sort of face is that how do we get to a moment? How do we ensure that we're always kind of grinding in the dirt, like just content with just doing things without becoming the gatekeepers and becoming the people that hold other people back. And that is a challenging, difficult thing that we have to face, but we have to sort of acknowledge that is an important reality that we deal with. So moving to different social structures, what you got to do is just repeat. It's ugly. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to feel stupid. People are going to make fun of you. All of those kind of things. But you just repeat. And you just keep doing that and acknowledging what it is for what it is, right? Just enjoying it, being part of the process, keep grinding. And someday, and you'll get there. And if you don't actually get there, well, at least you actually put in the effort to try to get there. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.